Rangers 7H Harry HowGetty Images Los Angeles, California October 31. Darvish 21 of the Los Angeles Dodgers looks on from the dugout during Game 6 of the 2017 World Series between the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Dodgers at Dodger Stadium on October 31, 2017 in Los Angeles, California. Photo by Harry HowGetty Images by SportsDailyFW.com at SportsDailyFW. SportsDailyFW Ballsy podcast hosts Barry Horn, Kevin Sherrington and Rangers insider Evan Grant are joined by Rangers broadcaster CJ Nitkowski to discuss the future of the Rangers, Darvish, and the Dodgers-Astros World Series. Here are some of the highlights. Don't miss an episode. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, or if you're on an Android device through RSS, find the podcast on Stitcher. Here can't see the podcast, tap click here. On Darvish's performance in the postseason as a Dodger, Barry Horn. CJ, I want to ask you about a starting pitcher. I'd like you to grade him this far in the postseason. Darvish. Going from Texas Rangers to Los Angeles Dodgers led to big changes in Darvish's game. CJ Nitkowski. Well, the last one was bad. Obviously, we've seen it over the course of his career in Arlington. His slider wasn't there. We saw a pretty bad game from him in Game 3 where he just couldn't find it. And he's had some struggles early on. He has those crazy numbers against his first batter of the game that aren't very good over the course of his career, but especially this year. Over in 1.100 ups to the first batter of the game. He's a guy that has to get settled in, and he could not get settled in. He could not find his slider. All the conversation about the baseballs and how they're affecting sliders, there's been enough good players that I trust that have said something to where there might be some validity to it. But overall, I think it's been a respectable postseason for Darvish. It was unfortunate that Game 3 went as bad as it did. I loved the idea of them throwing him in that Game 3 because of how good he has been in that ballpark in Houston, and it seemed like it'd be a really good fit. But he just didn't have it. I want to see him get Game 7. And maybe he can turn that postseason around a little bit. But he's been pretty good. Not great. Evan Grant. The narrative for the past 3 weeks had been how the Dodgers had revamped Darvish's delivery and his pitch selection. 10 things you may not know about ex-Ranger Darvish, like being able to throw 82 miles per hour left-handed. CJN. The arm angle on his slider, that was the big one they were talking about. E.g., did you see any of that? CJN. It's really hard to see that with the naked eye. When a guy makes a dramatic difference in his arm angle, but a slight one if you're not sitting there with a behind home plate view or without the ability to slow it down, it's pretty hard to pick up. It's not something, if I'm them, that I'm bragging about because he got under a ton of sliders the other night. If you're lowering his arm angle and all of a sudden they're flat and he can't throw it anywhere but up and into a righty, I'm not going around telling the world that I lowered his arm angle. I didn't love that they completely eliminated his slow curveball. I thought it was a bad idea, because now as a hitter, that is gone. Not that you're ever sitting on that pitch anyway, but now you don't have to worry about it at all.